Together, we can make things good again. I definitely think we inspire each other.
If you're hearing our voices, it means it's time for It's This Meets That podcast where we watch the worst movies from trailer to end credits, scene by scene, so you don't have to, but maybe you should. I'm Russ.
I'm Jared.
Yeah. Inspirational. I think we're inspirational to a lot of people.
That's right.
Every day.
Yeah. Send us an email.
Let us know how inspired you are. Yeah.
Yeah.
How inspired are you right now? All right, so we're back with a new movie and a new breakdown. Starting with the trailer for a little trailer trash. Yeah. What do we get ourselves into?
We are watching the trailer for Accidental Love 2015,
which I'd never heard of. I came across this. It was on. I must have heard of it because I used our Just Watch.
Okay.
Like wish list I had used. And I was like, I haven't looked in here in a long time. I filtered all the stuff we'd seen. Did like a little rom, because we want to do a rom-com.
Sure.
And it's popped up. So I must have heard of it at some point, just flagged it. But
yeah,
if I know. Anyways,
star-studded.
Yeah.
I'm surprised I never heard of this. People I like. So people we all like. Everyone likes.
Well, what's it about?
So the premise here, a small town waitress gets a nail accidentally lodged in her head, causing unpredictable behavior that leads her to Washington, D.C., where sparks fly when she meets a clueless young senator who takes up her cause. But what happens when love interferes with what you stand for? Which is, what a long sentence.
That is so...
That is a single sentence.
I mean, there's a comma in there, and then like a little, supposed M dash maybe.
Yeah. Ooh. Nice and descriptive, though. Good job.
Yeah, it's all on point. So before we get into the trailer, we have any fan service?
Nope. So listeners, you know what to do. Send us an email, please, and thank you. It's thismeetsthat@gmail.com. We'll read it in this segment. Tell us how inspired you are, or tell us about a time you did something weird with a nail gun. Yeah,
send us or like a run-on sentence, and we'll have Jared read it. See how well he does.
That's right.
That's fun. That's always fun stuff.
I love sentences.
I know you do.
So yeah, we'd appreciate it, and you could hear your voice from our voices
through us
right now.
Okay.
Guess we might as well just get into it.
Yeah. Yeah, it might as well. 2015, it's so long ago, huh? 8 years ago?
Yeah, a lifetime ago, it feels like.
So we
Obama was president.
Yeah, different, long time. Oh, my goodness. So we open up with, you get the old approved for all audiences. PG-13, sexual content and language.
Well, no, so it wasn't. Did I read it wrong? Because I thought it said sexual contact and language. And I was like, that seems like a weird way to phrase that.
Oh, I'm pretty sure it said sexual content, but I
mean, that makes sense. But I have to know.
Okay.
No, it says sexual contact. Sorry,
it does.
I'm right on this.
Okay, yes. Yeah, nice. Okay. I just assumed my eyes just filled in what I'm used to. I've never seen the sexual contact one before, so that's
same
mind blowing to me.
Like I was like, is the movie going to touch me?
So I think probably not you, but I think we saw it in the trailer. Probably that might be it. So
is that, you think that's all the sexual contact?
I think that's all it is.
Okay.
Like what a weird one to call out. Just call it sexual content.
Right?
I guess sexual content implies that like there's a lot of it. Like there's content of sexual contact, right, is like kind of more of a brief
chatter about sexual stuff, whereas contact's like, oh well, no, they don't address what they're doing.
Right.
They just grope each other.
They could just call it brief sexual content, which
Jess, shh. I'm imagining the notes from the director. Jakey baby.
Jakey baby. Easy, buddy. Just it's contact.
Dialogue.
We're not doing content. We're doing contact here, buddy.
That's right.
Let's talky, more contacty. All right, places, everyone.
I'm pretty rattled about it.
Yeah. Good catch. My brain literally just filled in content,
which is the correct thing to do.
I think so, right?
Yes.
So. Anyway. All right, so I just gave you like this trailer, like it moves at quite a clip, and it's like kind of really fast, a lot of quick bits. So we'll do our best, but so it opens with like
nice and short.
Yeah, nice and short. Yeah, because this runs for at least 10 seconds. So yeah, it starts out with some bass drum hits, right? We get some quick shots of small town, some cars move in. We got someone on roller skates, right? And we cut through like some of our production and distribution groups here. So we have Millennium Entertainment, who we know of and heard of. Then we get Lost 50s Films. I was like, what is that
Never heard of that
logo?
It was horrible.
Yeah, we might have to do some homework on that one.
We're definitely going to do some.
K-Jam Media.
Also, I hope that it's like, I don't know, the one with what was the other Jake Gyllenhaal one we did?
Oh God, I don't even remember.
I know,
did we do one with him?
Pretty sure.
Prince of Persia.
No, wasn't he in the? No, that was a different guy.
Yeah,
listeners, let us know.
We've done so many now. I can't remember who's been in what. Oh, we did make a mistake a couple episodes ago, by the way, when we had said we hadn't done a Ben Affleck movie. I should have called this out before we got into this. We never apologized. We're not apologizing for this, but we said we'd never done a Ben Affleck movie. We actually did. The movie.
Oh, forgetting the spy movie there.
Yes.
Oh my God! Why didn't I think of that at the time?
I know, right?
As soon as you said Ben Affleck, I was like, "Oh, of course we did."
He was in the last thing he wanted or last thing he knew or whatever, right?
Yes. The what was her name? Oh boy!
Oh man! Catwoman.
This is a nightmare.
I'm like dealing with allergies right now, so my ears are all stuffy. I can't think. I can't contact and content. I can't get this all right. So I mean, I don't know.
Got a little of the old allergies. Put a little what's the
Claritin on there? You gotta bleep that out.
Put a little like that classic bong noise in there.
Yes, allergies, Mr. Bond.
Allergies.
Oh my God. So
Anne Hathaway,
thank you. See what I did for you there?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the Willem Dafoe vehicle, the last thing he wanted.
Yes. Maybe potentially our lowest rated one we've done. Anyways, you should go listen to that movie. It's got Ben Affleck in it, and we're not apologizing, but we had said we hadn't done one, but we did actually do one. So,
yep.
I'm just clearing the air. That's all.
No, that's smart. ITM Tron would have called us out otherwise.
Yeah, and he gives us only like an episode to fix things, and then he like gets angry. So
exactly, it's a whole thing.
All right, so we get a voiceover. I'll never some guy, right? Well, we know it's James Marsden. He's awesomeness, but we get a voiceover of him being like, "I'll never forget the first day you skate up to my motorcycle." And we got front of the pod, Jessica Biel there, roller skating around, waitress, with a smile on.
Yep.
We cut to James Marsden here. James Marsden. He's an Indiana State Trooper, by the way. With quite the stash. He keeps talking about for rich or poor, sickness and health, right? Doing the whole, we're just gonna propose here. And we quick cut of Jessica Biel's face, right? And then we get a title card. Just when you think you know. And we get a quick shot of a ring, right? And it cuts back another title card. I think there's the only 2 title cards. No, it's not true. We get 3.
Nope. There's
a couple more.
The big one.
Yeah. And then we get the next title card is where your life is headed. That's tough to read just like that. Yeah. And we come back.
And she's like, of course I'll marry you with all my heart. Blah, blah, blah. I love you.
And he's putting the ring on, whatever, right? And then so this is where things I go off the rails for me.
Yeah. Oh, for you. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. No, yeah. This seemed normal to me.
So all of a sudden it cuts to like someone using a nail gun, and it's kind of inexplicable. Like where
this guy,
where they're in a restaurant and there's people eating.
Yep. What's he supposed to be nailing? I don't know.
I don't know. And where is he nail gunning?
On a ladder?
And why is he nail
gunning? In the middle of the room?
So, all of a sudden, we see this guy nail gun, and then he just falls on Jessica Biel.
Whoa.
And nail guns are right in the head.
Incredible.
Cannot wait to see how that is explained or plays out, because I'm sure there's a safety tip in there, but once we see it, we'll
remember.
We'll remember what it is.
Yeah. James Marsden is just like aghast, as you should.
Yeah, right. Like, why are you doing this work right now? I'm trying to eat dinner and propose. And then we get another title card. You get a nail in the brain.
Which I want to like this movie.
I kind of do too, and it's a peppy trailer and it moves and it's kind of beat, right? And then we get to like an ambulance.
I love Jessica Biel and James Marsden too, so
I mean those friends of the pod right at this point. We get the ambulance sound. We cut to like some jazzy, fun rom-com music, right? And it's like trying to be peppy, like funny. And we get like an X-ray of like her skull. We see the nail like through like the top of it. It's in there. It's not
not good.
It's not good at all. And then we get the doctor being like, it's played by Bill Hader, by the way. He's like, it's embedded deep in her front left lobe, right?
Yep.
I mean, it cuts to the doctor getting ready to do like surgery. Ray's got the
She
scalpel.
could be brain damaged for life.
Yes. Thank you. Thanks, Doc. And then like for some reason, like they cut to like the shot of the operating room and Marsden's in there with like the mask like halfway down off his nose. Yep. What an A4 shouted, huh?
Oh boy.
Oh boy. Yeah. And then they're like talking about like they're about to do the surgery when like a nurse or admin, whatever, she rolls in and she's like, wait, she's got no insurance. Shut it down.
And they're like, okay, well, all right. Thanks for noticing.
See ya.
I think he says thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Arlene. Right? Like all the docs like scramble and they cut to black. Mm-hmm. And then we cut back in the hospital. Bill Hader, right? He's wheeling Jessica Biel around in a wheelchair. Then we get some like quick shots of Jessica Biel and Marsden, like their faces.
Yep. Right. And Bill Hader's like explaining to them not Bill Hader, the other doctor.
Yeah.
Is explaining what like the side effects could include, like rage and anger,
like wrath. Like, yeah.
Yeah. And it's like cuts to her flipping out at work and like skating around and tripping and speaking a foreign language. Spanish, Portuguese, maybe.
I don't know what it was, like slamming a tray of food on someone's car. It's like, okay, it's kind of.
And that's when Bill Hader says, not a fun wife.
It says fun wife, right? Or fun life?
Yep.
Okay,
fun wife.
Right? Okay, I thought so. All right.
Which is ruthless.
All right. And then Marsden's kind of like, eek, right? Yikes. Yep. And then Marsden swaps out the ring for a chicken claw.
Yep. Which Bill Hader says
absolutely
this is when
appropriately calls
started to get less funny for me.
Yeah. And then we're cutting into like so it's like mostly the setup, and then we're cutting to DC.
Yep.
Oh, we got Biel pulling up, right?
Yep.
And we got a voice of her. She's like, it leads her into like a meeting with Congressman. I had to look up his name because I couldn't hear it, but Jake Gyllenhaal, basically. He's a congressman, he's the young, naive congressman, I guess we have, right? Mm-hmm. He's the congressman of her district. And they shake hands, whatever. And she's like, oh, I saw you on TV tonight and you looked great. And then it just cuts to like, right? Like, there's not a lot going on here. It just cuts to her like kissing her TV with the congressman's like goofy face, right?
Yeah, basically. And then she kind of introduces herself and says that she wants to help people with weird conditions that can't afford to get those things fixed.
Yes.
And then we get a quick cut to all of our friends with weird conditions. I'm assuming.
Oh, right? Good call.
Tracy Morgan and
Beverly D'Angelo and Kurt Fuller. Yeah. Okay, that makes more sense because I was like, why is there? I thought maybe that was her mom, and it was like there's a reverend there, and then Tracy. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, I think they're the posse of people who have problems, and
good
so
call.
She's like, I just want to fix healthcare, and Jake Gyllenhaal's like, ooh. Not manageable. Fair enough.
Definitely not. Yes, and then we get the shot of them being like checking on Alice, and she's just spilling cereal on herself. Right? Yeah, it's a good call. So that's like all the people who are having these special issues. So we're back DC, and she's like, I guess that's healthcare. That's the thing she wants to fix.
Yep.
And then we get like a bunch of quick cuts here. Bunch of quick cuts.
It's like a rally or something.
Yeah, peppy like rom-com music with a voiceover from I think the Reverend there. He's like, how amazing it is that after one brief hallway conversation, he agreed to all this stuff. And like the quick cuts are basically like her, like a political party or rally, shot of her face, and then shot of her kissing the congressman in the hallway when they first met.
Yep.
And then some shot of them going into a room, her biting his nipple, and then
she kisses him, but also like crunches him.
I think she bites his chest or bites him or something. I don't know.
I don't know. There's like a weird crunching noise, and he looks very uncomfortable.
Hey, you get a nail in your head and you see what you do, That's
right.
Who knows, right?
Been there.
And then shot of them maybe awkwardly doing some sexual contact. So
definitely sexual contact, yeah.
And we cut to Marsden. He's hanging out on the couch watching Allison TV, and he's missing her. And he's like, oh man, she's amazing. I think I still love her.
Which I was like, is that his new girlfriend?
Yeah, who's
maybe
just like,
that walks by?
Who walks in front of the TV.
Yeah.
All right, see ya.
Awkward.
And like a lot of quick cuts here, and then we get like a shot of Biel at some party, kind of looking apprehensive, and then I'm guessing the girlfriend telling Marsden, he's voiceover, she's like, oh, she has a damaged head, and then Kirstie Alley, R.I.P. But
dead as hell.
Yeah. Yeah. And she's like, oh, that's your brain, and she's like touching her head, and I was like, I don't know if I'd take any medical advice from Kirstie Alley, but
I definitely wouldn't take medical advice from Kirstie Alley.
Yeah, she was an OT 7. Did you know that? Level 7.
No, I didn't. That's good.
That's operating Thetan level 7. She got pretty high up there, I think. I think that's high.
Yeah.
I don't know.
She turned into kind of a bad person. So
She did. Yeah. So kind of funny.
I'm okay with not saying rest in peace.
Kind of funny that she's in a movie that's going to be maybe poking fun at the healthcare systems, which is, I guess, that's interesting. I don't either. I don't care anymore. She can't say anything. So. All right, so we're back to Marsden, and he's like, I might still be in love with her. And then there's like a bunch of quick cuts of stuff I don't know is good. Just things happening, stuff happening.
He's like offering her something at a fair, maybe.
Yeah.
I was like, what is this? And then that's when we get Jake Gyllenhaal addressing the crowd at this, I think, fair or whatever, being like, this woman put a nail in my heart. And you're like, what?
Yep.
And then he kisses her on the stage and everyone's cheering except for
Marsden, obviously. He's like,
he's not happy and decks him.
Yeah. And then we just got a shot of Tracy Morgan trying to console the congressman there with a punched in face. And then we get all the title cards for everyone that's in this movie.
So many.
Yeah, and it's weird they skipped on a couple here too, I think, right? So we got Jake Gyllenhaal, Jessica Biel, Catherine Keener, James Marsden, Tracy Morgan, and James Brolin. It's like, okay, what about Beverly D'Angelo and Kurt Fuller and all the other people that people know?
Can't tell you. But James Brolin somehow gets a title card. So
2015, I guess Bill Hader he wasn't like totally in the Haderverse yet. 2015.
I guess not.
He was probably doing SNL maybe then. So
that sounds right.
Probably not big enough to get listed here yet, but
it's no Kenan Thompson.
And then we get a shot of Beale and like walking arm in arm with the congressman there, and they're all dressed up. And then she's like, "Yeah, together we can make things good again." As they like lead a troop of girls, like an army of Girl Scouts, it looks like, and every other character in the film, like through some camp or something. And she's like, I definitely think we inspire each other. It feels like it's gonna be kind of like a campy, like satire type of thing where we're all marching to DC to make change.
Yeah, there's like a bunch of like church people around, and I don't know. It looks like it's gonna be a whole thing.
And then they cut to Congress, and we got Catherine Keener. She's up there and she's dropping a gavel. Looks like they won, right?
Congressional hearing.
Yeah, she's laying down. Alice, Jessica Biel's character, she's like laying down. She raises an arm and she says, America. Everyone's cheering. Yay. And then we get our final title card.
Cheers and claps.
Yeah. And we get our final title card. Accidental Love. And then, of course, we get the post-trailer joke.
Yep. Tracy Morgan, which just hopefully is the bright spot.
Yeah. Tracy Morgan just being Tracy Morgan, right? And he's talking to one of the security guards, I think in Congress or wherever they are. And he's hitting on this woman. He's like, let me apologize for my insensitive white friends and take you to Benihana's and smooth over your trauma with a sake bomb. Yeah. Okay. Tracy Morgan. Whew. And that's it. This is a blender of a trailer. So another thing I'm going to call on now, I'll do some homework on this, but for part one, so stay tuned for that next week. But I would like at the very end, they show like credits, like who's in it, screenplay, blah, blah. I didn't know it was based on a novel by Kristen Gore. It's called Sammy's Hill. It says in there it's directed by Stephen Green, but listed on IMDb is David O. Russell. So
interesting.
Do a little homework on that one and see what that's all about.
Do some little ITMT journalism, get to the bottom of the situation.
Let's get to the bottom of the situation that happened 8 years ago that someone else already probably knows. So
yeah, we care a lot. We're doing it for you, listeners.
So do you want to do a little prognosticate with Jared and Russ?
I'm worried this is going to be so super boring. Like, I think we just watched the whole movie.
I think we did. I think we did too.
I don't know how they're going to make it. I mean, it's not good. Like, that's why it's on the list. But I was like, I don't know how you recover from this one.
Yeah, it's weird because like there's a lot of people I like in this, and I mean, I have a feeling Tracy Morgan and Bill Hader will probably be like the saving grace comedic moments. I have a feeling they're going to try and do some type of satirical take on healthcare system and all this sort of stuff, and poke jabs at it, and be like,
probably.
At the end of the day, we solved it, and it's like, no, but and maybe what ends up happening is like, because she still has a nail in her head, she never gets it out, and maybe that kind of like wears on her. I think maybe over time, like they think they've solved the problem of healthcare, but it's all just she's all kind of like imagining the situation.
Oh, interesting.
And what she ends up doing is Jessica Biel. What she ends up doing is stealing children because knowing that they won't get a great healthcare here in the United States, so she steals children and gives them to rich Canadian families where they'll have Better.
That makes perfect sense.
Right. And then I think, and then because she takes on this other life, right? It kind of, I mean, her and Jake Gyllenhaal definitely get married by the end of the movie, right? And they fall in love. But she's so busy doing that he just kind of falls apart, right? Just doesn't start taking care of himself, starts drinking a lot, gets some type of disease that he can't give to other people, and he ends up having to live in a bubble for the rest of his life.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. That makes sense to me. I could see that going this way.
It's really going to come back to how the healthcare system isn't good here.
That's right.
And Big Pharma.
That's right. That is the message of Bubble Boy. I mean, this movie.
Right? I mean, this movie, right?
Yeah.
What's this Bubble Boy movie you're talking about? I don't know what you mean. What is that?
I don't know. But you're definitely right that Big Pharma wins.
Yeah. Because, I mean, come on. We've said it once. We said it twice.
It's the American way.
I fight it.
Just give in. You'll die young or in debt.
Yeah. Or you mean both?
Oh, and I guess that wraps up the episode.
So I think, what do you
I can't top that. Honestly, my mind is a blank right now. I'm just I was just mad watching the trailer. I was like, ugh, I want to like it. I like all the people in it.
Yeah.
Why would you do this to me? So yeah, I haven't even thought of anything other than
I just think it's gonna be weird to why are you wrapping this romantic comedy into this also little poke at the health. It's not gonna work.
I hope they turn it into a Bye Bye Birdie somehow. It seems like we're ripe for a small town something or other situation like that, right?
Yeah.
And then Jake Gyllenhaal, I think, would be a great lead in that. So,
I mean, we can even go. I mean, I can throw a third one in here if you want too.
Please, yeah, because
I think Marsden gets so heartbroken by the whole situation and losing Jessica Biel's character that he gives up being a state trooper and moves out to California and kind of does the journey across America of shame and ends up out there trying to date Elizabeth Banks.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to say where he turns into a local cop and befriends a little blue fella.
Who we all know and love.
Fast as shit. But I guess that's a story for another day.
Yeah, it's a story for another day. All right. Well, if you're feeling blanked, that's okay.
Yeah, I can't. I'm sorry.
It's all right. It's all right. I think this movie's going to be just as bad as we think it might be. So
yeah, you prognosticated enough for the both of us.
No, I prognosticated all over the place. So I did what I could do. Sometimes I got to step up, and sometimes I don't.
That's right. Listeners, it's tough out there.
It's tough.
It's tough in here.
It's tough in here. Allergies,
Allergies.
Okay. Well, let's close it up here. Let's close the shop up. We're shutting it down. Pulling the plug. Not permanently, but just for this episode. Okay. Thanks everyone for listening. Back next week with the full breakdown. In the meantime, you can follow us on Instagram at It's This Meets That. We put a bunch of cool stuff up there. We're ITMT Pod on the site formerly known as Twitter. We're also on YouTube. You can go listen to us there.
That's right.
Wherever you're listening, you should subscribe and share with a friend.
Please. And thank you. And share with strangers too. Write a review, 5 stars on Apple or Spotify. Maybe a nice comment, something to, get somebody else really juiced about listening. You'll never guess how these guys solved JFK's assassination, or something like that. But we'd appreciate it. Or you could send us an email. Tell us we're a bunch of jerks, or tell us how inspiring we are, and that we're the reason why you are firemen now.
Jerks can be inspiring too, by the way. So
that's right. But you can send us all your stories in an email. It's thismeetsthat@gmail.com. Or you can go to the website. Forgot everything that we all just said. Plus you're like, what I've been hankering for? A t-shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah. You could just go to itsthismeetsthat.com, which is the website, and you'll get links. So many links.
So you can click on all sorts of cool stuff on there.
Unfathomable amount of links.
Links for days.
All the old episodes, hundreds of hours of content, plus t-shirts. What more could you ask?
Come on.
And check it out.